Puffies, I'm Puffalo and welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're not, then welcome back. So today I'm doing a quick life update video since I haven't been posting every other day like I originally wanted to. Since my amazing hot and sexy YouTube banner says every other day, I feel like I should update you guys on where I've been and why I haven't been posting as much. Before explaining everything, I want to leave a trigger warning because I'll be talking about my mental health as well as talking about family death. So if these topics aren't ideal for you to be hearing about, please exit this video, just wait until I post my next video. In order to know for sure when I'll post again, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Thank you! Anyways, a few weeks ago my grandfather died and I live in his house, so the future is completely unpredictable and my grandpa literally died. This sounds horrible, but I'm not like 1000% devastated over his death because he's mostly just been a shell for years, mostly due to his dementia. He had been going downhill for years now, but now that he's gone, he doesn't really need to live in pain because he had gotten to the point of being unable to do anything that he used to love to do. He used to love going out for walks, gardening, camping. He loved everything outdoors and he just had the typical dad traits, okay? But he was so unable to walk anymore. His knees were stuck bent, he could not even stand. And so he spent these last couple of years just sitting on a couch. Lived the last few years of his life on a couch. That is absolutely devastating. That's horrible and that's sad, and I wouldn't wish that for anybody. I've already had an extreme fear of the future, which has resulted in many panic attacks, but it now feels so much worse because I'm gonna have to move to a completely different state and I might have to go back to a public high school because I've been homeschooled since the 7th grade, and this means I'll have to socialize again, and I haven't had any real life friends since I was 11 or 12, so it's been about 4 years since I've actually had friends. And I'm not used to talking to people anymore, which causes more anxiety in social situations, which is super difficult, and that made last night a total disaster. What happened last night is that I've been trying to recover from anorexia completely on my own, and for a few months now I can't eat around others or I will panic and cry. So my aunts and their friend went out for dinner, so I decided that would be a good time to eat since I hadn't been eating properly these last few days, which would result in a full-blown relapse. So I was cooking something and I put it in the freezer for it to cool down, but they came back while it was in the freezer. But that doesn't sound too bad, right? But I started panicking because they came back and I had food in the freezer, and they were in the room right next to the kitchen, so they would essentially be standing right over me as I eat, and my dad already does that to me, which I'm severely uncomfortable with, so I just kept it in the freezer and didn't eat that day. While it was in the freezer, I was in my room talking to my best friend on Snapchat because I didn't know what to do because I was having a panic attack over it, but my dad decided to eavesdrop in conversation with my friend, and he called me a whiny wench and said that I'm self-centered and I make everybody miserable. And I'm also looking for reasons to be miserable. That really hurt me, and it still does hurt, but earlier today he told me that he's sorry, he's just trying to prepare me for the future and that I need to get over my problems and just deal with this. I honestly blame him for a big part of how it's gotten to this point because before Christmas he said that he would get me a therapist and never did, and if he actually gave a crap about me and got me help, I wouldn't have gotten this bad in the first place. I didn't tell him that though, because if I did, he would have gotten extremely upset with me because voicing my opinion typically gets me in trouble, so I just agreed with him and moved on with my life. But how's recovery going now? Honestly, not well. Oh no. All of these anxieties are currently resulting in a relapse with a starving, binging, and purging cycle. So that's quite lovely. And it's also so amazing this all started happening during National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And I went to Disneyland a few days ago, which was fun but physically and mentally exhausting. And I felt the need to not eat for a couple of days because I knew I'd have no choice but to eat at Disney, which I had to eat more than I'm used to, which scared me. And I did not feel well about it, but I didn't want to upset anyone, so I just had to deal with it. It was also really cold and I'm iron deficient, so I couldn't feel my hands the entire day. It was so cold and it was raining. It was horrible. Okay, I was so cold. And everybody was like, why are your hands so cold? Yeah, I get it, it's cold, but it's not that cold. And I'm like, yes it is. Oh no. Well, I may have been cold, but at least I was away from my dad. I went with my creepy cousin who keeps weirdly flirting with me. My other cousin who offered to be my drug dealer, my cousin's parents, my brother's dad, which isn't my dad, but his dad, my niece, my brother's wife, my 2 sisters, and my grandma. Don't ask about my cousins, they're really weird, I don't know. But I would still prefer being around my cousins than my dad though. But I'm done talking about this crap for now. I have more to say, but I'm tired. Thanks for watching and listening, I guess. Sorry for not posting a lot. I'm going through another depression phase. Ooh, fun. Everything will be back to normal soon, so don't worry. Anyways, yeah, thank you for being here. Have a lovely day or night. Bye!